finance, a la shmup. What are CEOs, CFOs, and COOs? Lots of C's. Sort of like most of our high school report cards, but that's a different story. All right, so the C here for all of these stands for chief, not the C in big cheese. And the O here for all of these stands for officer. No, not a cop. Yeah, go away. All right, but sort of in that vein, cop-ish. Like when you are one of these officers, it's your watch, your beat, your patrol, and all that. The delimiter here is the middle letter, so let's start at the top there. E. The E in CEO stands for executive, and distinctively, the CEO is hired by the board of directors, who in turn is elected by the common shareholders. The CEO is in charge of, pretty much everything. Basically executing on the mandate, which is to make money over the long term for shareholders. The CEO deals with both internal operational and financial issues, as well as dealing directly with shareholders externally, the outside people, i.e. those Wall Street folk. And she is generally, where the buck stops. Yeah, ouch, different buck. Okay, moving on. And that'll make some nice venison there. Pass the mint jelly. Okay, the CFO is hired by the CEO. And while on bad days, the F might stand for something else. On a normal day, the F stands for financial. The chief financial officer deals with the dollar numbers, the bean counting, from hiring and paying people, usually via the head of human resources hired by the CFO, to tracking profitability of divisions, which the CFO usually does in concert with others in the company, to, dealing with Wall Street people as the wingman to the CEO at rubber chicken lunches. Yeah, where the CEO gives a speech and the chicken's awful. All right, well, if the company is going to raise debt to go buy a competitor, or sell equity from insiders in a secondary offering, or use stock to acquire a tools company which will let it operate more efficiently, well, all of that goes through the CFO's highly cluttered desk. All right, so moving on. Then there's the COO. And if you say it all together, it sounds like a bird. Coo, coo, like that. All right, but it's not. The middle O there stands for operating. Well, other than in a company which just does surgery all day, the operating officer doesn't actually do surgery. Rather, she operates the company, and usually that involves asking 1,000 questions, hopefully not all at once, like that FedEx guy who had too much caffeine. Are we getting the best prices on the raw plastic we're ordering from war-torn New Zealand? Are we making enough selfie helmets? And is your dad still disappointed with you for getting a C in Accounting 101 back in high school? Just keeping it real there, pal. Well, we can't answer the first two, and as for the last one, well, you're a COO. You can probably afford a nice shrink now, so go work out your issues.